All right, cool.
All right.
Yeah. So I just kind of roll in and like there's crazy conversations. A lot of times I'm just like, or even just good conversations, whatever it is. But I mean, like like I guess I would just ask, but I go with the flow with whatever you do.
Yeah, no, I'm very much the same way. So no, no, dude, I've been doing this thing for about 7 years, it'll be 8 years at the beginning of January, just doing it part time. So definitely have had some interesting conversations and seen some more interesting things also.
I'm sure. When you say you're doing it part time, like what else do you do?
I'm in construction. I'm an electrician Monday through Friday.
Sweet.
Yeah, man. So just trying to keep busy. You know what I mean? Got the family, so definitely more income's always good. So yeah, absolutely.
You from around this area?
That's a loaded question. I moved out here to California from Denver when I was 13. So I've been out here in California off and on since about 99, 98. So yeah, I'm called California home, but originally from Denver. So what about yourself?
Yeah, Pittsburgh, born and bred, but live in D.C. Like first 18 years Pittsburgh, and then
All right.
D.C. area.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What brought you to California?
Oh, bro. My mom pulled me by my ear. She said we're going to California. I was like, you know what? That sounds awful. And so yeah, now we've been here. So I'm the only family member still from my immediate family that still lives here. But everybody else moved back to the Midwest and everything like that, closer to Denver and closer just to other family members, things like that. But yeah, no. It felt like California was home before I even moved here. As far as just listening to the music and things like that, it just felt like I should be here. And then then I touched my toes in the sand. It was over for me. I had no chance. My body and my soul was telling me I had no other place like home as California. So.
Go ahead.
No.
When you say touch yourself, do you play in the water at all? I mean, like surf or anything, or you just kind of feel the water?
Oh, I like to play in the water. I do a little bit of skimboarding. Basically, skimboarding is just riding the smaller waves as they come in. I don't have enough core strength yet to ride the big waves with the surfboard, because as I've learned throughout the years, it's definitely a skill.
Yeah.
And I definitely kudos to the folks that can, because I definitely appreciate some good surf. So
I took a lesson 2 days ago. First time surfing, just trying it. I did get up on and rode it.
Really?
My last one, yeah.
Holy crap!
It was pretty cool. Yeah, it was a good feeling. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go.
End on a good one, man.
Yeah. It was good times. I had to do it one-on-one just to learn quickly.
Absolutely.
It was cool. And you say there's all kinds of stories and things you've seen.
Yeah.
To tap into any of that.
Oh, sure. I'm gonna definitely keep it clean for you.
Cool.
But what type of stories would you like to know? I have a diverse amount of stories for you.
Maybe your coolest ride, what was a good ride?
Coolest ride. I would say I was actually talking about it earlier today with another gentleman. I've only had 2 trips like this, and it was from here to Vegas. And you get to know a lot about someone 4 hours of driving. So yeah, that was probably the coolest one, just due to the fact that it was very random. It was in the mid-afternoon, probably about 3 or 4 o'clock, and just doing my random trips just here in Orange County, and I seen one. It was a very long wait, and I was like, you know what? I'll click on it. Maybe they're just kidding, and they just need to adjust the address, and not a big deal. So I get there, and this gentleman and his couple of his buddies, they got all their stuff, and they're ready to go. Yes, they're totally going to Vegas. And yeah, it was all 3 of them were college students here at UCI. So yeah, I took them out to Vegas, and when we got out there, I was still like in awe that I drove them that far. But yeah, the conversations. They were very well-rounded young men. Had some great stories. All of them were not from Southern California, so they were kind of getting the West Coast feel as far as going to Vegas, making those different trips. So they were kind of just getting their footing as far as how the West Coast runs and nightlife, things like that. And from just from the conversations that we had, I knew that I'm sure they enjoyed themselves while they were there. And definitely my farthest ride, but definitely one of my coolest rides also, because when you, again, just having 4 hours in the car with somebody, to put it lightly, they have a lot of moving pieces in their lives, and and it definitely was more than entertaining hearing their stories. A lot of them were just a lot of frat boy moments, as far as things that go on in fraternities, things like that. Then on a holistic portion of it, just some young folks just trying to pursue their dreams and knock down the goals that they set for themselves. And they were very well-rounded individuals, but are also there to have a great time, and I'm sure they did.
What'd you do to get back? Did you pick up another fare, or did you just kind of roll back? How'd that work out?
I drove around for a few hours and accumulated probably about maybe another $100 or so, and then I used that money to go ahead and kind of slowly work my way back to California. And then when I got into Barstow area, which is about an hour inland from the border of Nevada and California, I just went ahead and turned it back on and continued to drive. So it was a great day. It was a great day. So I very rarely have those opportunities, but when they do come around, I definitely enjoy them. So.
You ever get freaked out or scared by a customer?
Oh, absolutely. I've had my fair share of close calls with death and everything, and driving this Uber. It was the summer of 2016, right before I really started really delving in a lot into my electrical field, what I do 9 to 5. It was a late night. It was middle of the summer, and I was in Anaheim, and there was a gentleman that passed me, and we kind of locked eyes. And in California, that you just lock eyes and keep it going, not a big deal. And I guess this gentleman thought I was someone else, and as I was pulling over to the right side of the road to pick up my passengers. As I'm parking, that same vehicle had done a U-turn and had came back in, and police barricaded me inside this my parking spot, so I couldn't exit. And they were asking me, where's this gentleman named Memo? And my name's Colin. So I was like, hey, I don't know this dude Memo, but I'm an Uber driver, and my name's Colin. And I was a little nervous, just due to the fact that he had his he pulled out a gun on me, and was asking for a gentleman that I had no idea who he was, and I wasn't. And he seemed that it seemed like he was very adamant about me knowing this person, and thankfully let me back up a little bit on the story. As they police barricaded me in, the passenger in that vehicle slid across my hood and pistol whipped my passenger.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. So they have a gun drawn down on him, and then they have a gun on me, and they're asking for this guy named Memo. And I told them about 3 or 4 times that my name is Colin, and I'm an Uber driver. I don't know any guy named Memo. And And thankfully, as everything was transpiring, the police just happened to drive by at that one moment, and that's honestly what saved my life. Because yeah, they definitely had bad intentions for me and my passenger. So definitely one of the more intense moments. Thankfully, again, they were arrested, and I was able to still complete the ride and get that gentleman home. And I got a little bit of comedic relief from him as I was leaving him. Due to the fact that he said that he was definitely going to church the next morning to go pray, and he suggested I do the same, and so yeah, that was definitely a little bit of laughter at the end of at a very tumultuous situation, but it was definitely one of the more dangerous spots I've been in, driving with Uber. So.
That customer got pistol whipped. I mean, like they didn't have anything to do with anything, or
they had nothing to do with anything. Jeez. It was just a random vehicle looking for someone that I guess I must have fit the description of the gentleman that he was looking for, and I'm thankful I was not that person, because I imagine it would have definitely gone worse. So yeah, it was definitely interesting. Interesting, and not more. It was more than interesting. It was terrifying. So yeah, that was one of the worst ones. I've had some other issues where actually it was my very first Uber ride ever. I was over on Main Street in Huntington Beach, and this young lady had called the Uber. And again, I'm just totally green on what to do as far as even driving someone around. So she drops her sister in the vehicle, and she's very intoxicated. And she puts the address in, and I start to drive towards the address. And I look back, and the young lady's incoherent. She's incoherent. She's not talking, not moving. She's not doing anything. So, mind you, being in Huntington Beach, it's not the most diverse area, and me having my very first ride like this, I had no idea what to do. So I called my wife, and she wasn't too happy with it either. She thought she was thinking, just get the lady out of my vehicle, but it would be my responsibility. It would be on myself to get her to a safe location, due to the fact that I did accept the ride and things like that. And just morally, like, I would hate for someone to leave someone that I know and care about in that state. So with that being said, I ended up calling her sister back, and the sister is not answering. Probably about this, I called about 5 or 6 times. So then I see another number that pop up on her phone, and I go to answer it, and it's her dad, and I'm like, thank you. So I'm like, sir, your daughter's passed out in the vehicle. Could you please give me directions to your home? So we're about 10 minutes away, and I ended up dropping the young lady off, and as you can imagine, the dad was very upset, very uneasy with the whole situation, as was I. And thankfully, nothing transpired. He was just very thankful to have his daughter back in a safe environment. And yeah, that was my very first rideshare ride ever. So it was definitely had me a little nervous as far as continuing. But now, 7, almost 8 years later, it's treated me very well. So
2,000 more of these trips, you know.
No, yeah, absolutely. I actually just hit my my 2,000 mark earlier today. It's funny you say that.
Congrats. I think I read that, like when I saw, like, and the very first review is Vegas ! It was pretty cool.
Yes.
You brought that up. I think it was like, I don't remember how long ago though.
Yeah, about 7 years ago.
yeah. I think it was. You know, that's cool. What got you into electricity?
Oh my goodness. It's when I first came home to California, I had my degree in kinesiology from a school in the Midwest, and I was really looking forward to utilizing it. But I have my wife, and my 2 young children, and they weren't able to offer me a position anything more than entry level. And due to me having a young family with my wife, my 2 young kids, an entry-level position here in California would not be suitable. So I kind of had to scrap my degree and try to find something that'll be a little more lucrative. And
kinesiology.
Yeah, kinesiology. It's the study of human body movement. Like I could write yeah. So I went to school for that, and no one told me that I needed to get a master's or a doctorate for it to actually hold significant weight like I was thinking it would.
Be like a physical therapist in a sense? Or?
Exactly. I would have to go to physical therapy school for my kinesiology to even like hold weight in the medical world.
I get that.
So I didn't pursue that until I was done with school. So when I came home, I just started working odd end jobs. I was a valet manager. I pressure washed like parking lots. I did dishwashing in a restaurant for a couple weeks. I did any small job that would help. I was doing, and at that point in time, I had talked to my buddy. He went to UC Riverside, which is probably about 40 miles inland, and same thing. Went to guy's degree with kinesiology, and so we got to talking. He was like, "Man, you should come out and see my family." Because obviously my wife and his wife are friends, and we've all been friends since high school. So I came out to visit him, and I was like, "Hey, bro, like, man, you living good?" He was out in Cathedral City, California, and his house was massive. He had like a 7-bedroom, 8-bathroom house. So at first I was like, "Dude, like this like an Airbnb? Like you here for the weekend? Like what's going on here?" And he began to explain to me how he was an electrician, and I didn't even know what an electrician was. So I was like, okay, like feel free to like expand upon it. And so the ladies run off, they're doing their thing, hanging out, and we go into his little man cave, and he starts to break down what he does on a daily basis. And he's encouraging me like, "Hey, Colin, like you could definitely do this, bro. Like don't hesitate." And so a year went by, and I kept working these little odd end jobs, and they were not taking care of the bills. And so I talked to my buddy again. He's like, "Dude, like we talked last year. Like, why aren't you doing this?" So I was like, "You know what? You're right." So I dropped everything, went to a vocational school. It was the longest year of my life because I was working during the daytime, and then I would go to school from 6 until 11 o'clock at nighttime. And I did this for an entire year, just because I had to just cram all my classes into 1 year, just because I had to get into the field, and I had to be able to make some money for my family. So with all that being said, I had got everything completed 2016, and I've been off to the races ever since. So yeah, that's what got me into electrical. And yeah, my buddy, I still talk to him every so often, every like 4 or 5 months, just to check in on him, make sure he's doing good. And he'll call and contact me, just make sure I'm still taking care of my business and things like that. And yeah, I'm very thankful for him to introduce it to me, because at the end of the day, I love the field. I love the aspect, because I'm like a nerd. I like to know the why. And with electrical, the why is infinite. Like I'll never learn it all, but at the end of the day, I also have an opportunity to learn as much as possible. So it definitely cures my yearn to learn, and also it also monetarily helps take care of my family. So very blessed, very blessed. So what about yourself?
I'm a school teacher.
All right.
High school.
Yes, sir.
And I had early days. I had to deliver pizzas at night. Just kind of keep on making, ends meet in the beginning. DC area is kind of similar to California in that regard.
Okay.
But
cost of living is pretty high.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's California high, but
No, sure, I understand.
But I'm coming from Pittsburgh. It's high.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Big culture shock. But then you assimilate and you get used to it and you figure it out. You just gotta get after it.
That's it, bro. That's it. That's everything. Gotta get after it. So, are you out here for a conference, bro, or what you got going on out here in California?
I just got my ass whooped at a jiu-jitsu tournament, the no-gi worlds.
Oh, all right, no gi, huh?
Yeah. First time trying no gi, I was like, let's start with the worlds. it didn't work out very well for me.
That's awesome, man.
But there's a lot to learn.
Oh yeah.
My buddy just won double gold though, so.
Double gold.
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, he's an absolute beast on so many levels.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
So is that your? Is he like your sparring partner also back at home?
We're part of it's called Big Brothers. It's like a bunch of gyms together.
Oh, sorry, I apologize.
No worries.
You said Big Brothers, so I was thinking Big Brothers like the mentorship group.
Yeah. Eventually, if I plan on opening up a dojo, and that's kind of the thought process. Like people that learn how to scrap and anti-bully training type deal, but Big Brothers, people that don't have like that mentor, come roll with us. That is actually my vision. I love that.
That is awesome, man. I appreciate you with your vision to get back to the community because not a lot of people want to get. They want to get where they're going, and they forget to bring everybody with them.
Oh yeah, it's all about. I mean, I'm a lifelong educator. Like that's all. All about just growing.
That's awesome, man.
How many times have you been shocked? Have you?
Dude, a couple times. I've definitely got shocked where I was like, dude, am I still going to continue to do this? But at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, I guess I'm just hard-headed. I just keep going back. So it's going. So yeah, it's had a couple where definitely had to go sit down for a few days where wasn't sure if my heart was going to stop.
Can I ask one last question?
Sure.
Because we're here, But I call this Uber Stories and Anecdotes, so USA. Like, what are your thoughts on the United States of America?
What are my thoughts?
Or if you could move anywhere, or if you could live anywhere, would it be? And I mean, it might be a loaded question.
No. I'm glad you asked that. I actually plan on utilizing my electrical experience and making a company. I plan on going back to Ghana.
My wife's from Trinidad.
Yeah, go to the Gold Coast.
Oh, that's not close. Never mind. I'm thinking Ghana. I'm thinking Guyana. My fault.
No. But no, I definitely have aspirations to go back to Ghana and build it up with my electrical acumen and see what I can do.
So, have you lived in Ghana?
No, I have family that have lived in Ghana and in different parts of Western Africa. So. That's awesome. Yeah, thank you so much.
Colin. Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
With your permission, what I'd like to do is put this on a podcast. Like I'm gonna get 10 and put them all together. Sure. It's called Uber Stories and Anecdotes.
Sure, bro. Yeah, no worries.
Cool. And if you ever want to listen to it, I'm still a novice and an amateur at it. You know what I mean? Like so, We'll see how it all works out. But I appreciate the conversation.
Oh man,
that was a good ride.
Man. Likewise, bro.
That was a quick ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When you have a good conversation, bro, time flies, man.
Yeah. All right, I'll turn that off and I'll get out. Cool, man.
Hey, enjoy your time out here, bro, and man, safe travels.
Yeah, you too, man. Sort of. Yeah. Enjoy your time and good luck with Ghana. I think that would be awesome, man.
Oh, dude, yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm super excited.
All right, well, cool.
Again,
take care of you.
Nice meeting you, bro.
I love how you're doing everything, for your family and all that. It's awesome. I think it's gonna be a great story. Thank you.
I appreciate it, bro.
Cool, man.
Thanks
Good
so
luck.
much.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right.